Like, so that's where the repetition would come in. It's like you're doing it, you're getting a little better, but it's first it calms, and that's you're just not quite aware enough to pick up all of it. So you need to repeat until eventually you almost like it's almost like a Zen Quan. You tire yourself out of trying to learn and then spontaneously combust into the last one, which is how a lot of the majority of like miracle healing and stuff is. People keep trying to hammer their heads through a wall. It's like you need this kind of medicine, this kind of whatever thingy, and then eventually the person just spontaneously heals. And it's like what, like that happens more often than not when it comes to most weird chronic illnesses and whatnot. And it's like it happens on large scales like that, if you want to call that a large scale, or just tiny little things of like the kid is learning to walk and they're walking, but they're more intuitive, so they're aware of their things because all they're doing is paying attention to the moment and feeling, and they walk really fast. And as people grow up, if they try and learn to like do more complicated things like rollerblade or skate on ice, they start to miss columns of the experience because their awareness is focused on the analyzing part, the analytical. I gotta make sure I balance properly, and you're just not quite feeling the moment entirely to know that you don't have to think about your balance. You can trust yourself to balance. It almost reminds me of my friend AJ was talking about bike riding with no hands, and he's like, I one day realized that if I'm about to fall when I'm biking with no hands, I'll probably catch myself with my hands to balance before I actually fall. So I just stopped using my hands and I started to just trust that I would catch myself if I was about to fall and stop being afraid of it and like, ease me off halfway, and then eventually I could just do it all the time, and then I'm not scared of falling, and because I can know that I'm going to be able to catch myself. It's not that hard to catch yourself. There's handles right there. So yeah, that type of thing. That happens at every level of life and learning.